Now, picking coins is a job for me, so everybody just follow me, because we need gains in cryptocurrency, and it feels so empty without me. Matic and BitMEX, LTO and Phantom, Nano and Marlin, they'll make you gains. Welcome, people, to a new episode of Savage Cash. Here with me, Suppoman. I'm sorry I've been away for a little while. I'll explain it in another video, but in today's video, what I'm going to be bringing you is how can you get one Bitcoin for $1,000. I am going to be showing you 5 picks today that will, I hope, grow at a faster rate than Bitcoin, grow at a rate in which, if you spent $1,000 today, you would be able to afford one Bitcoin once you exit out of the altcoin that makes the multipliers that gets you enough for one Bitcoin. These are going to be low and high risk cryptocurrencies. I hope you're excited to see it. And what I'm going to be showing you is really how many you need and what price you need to exit at. Now, as usual, if you love this kind of content, if you agree with these picks, if you want more videos like this, smash up ye old likes. And if you love this kind of content on a regular basis, make sure, if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button, plus smash the bell in order to receive notifications when I do a video. Now, let's have a look and see what's happening in the market. I'm going to do a quick recap of where Bitcoin is at, where the market is, and where some altcoins are. The market cap at the moment is $263.2 billion. It has been as low as $242 billion in June already. So we are seeing a recovery back to the $280 billion where we were at the end of May when we were approaching $9,000 Bitcoin. So at the moment, the price of Bitcoin is at $8,174, Ethereum just under $260, XRP just over 40 cents, Litecoin at $134. Now, with the halving event, essentially the price has been going up quite a lot, from $100 to $134. I anticipate it going a little bit higher, dumping a little bit, and then with the economics of the halving event, probably increasing in price over time. So it's a good thing for Litecoin. We've had an update with EOS recently, launching a Twitter-esque platform called The Voice as well. So let's have a look and see where we are from a charting perspective. So at the moment, the price of Bitcoin is above this high transaction zone. So the doji at the moment is very, very uncertain. It's been a mixture of a buy, sell day. Like, we can't really decide. It's kind of in the middle, but the price is being supported from dropping underneath the 8,000 mark by this high transaction zone, giving Bitcoin a chance to achieve some stability and hopefully enter into its lower transaction zone so that it can spike them in price. Ultimately, I'm really not that bothered when it comes to the day-to-day workings of Bitcoin. The shorters, the longers, don't really care. Ultimately, I believe Bitcoin's going to go up. It's going to go up dramatically. It's a very good investment, whatever the case. I don't concern myself with what's happening on a day-to-day basis unless I am shorting and longing. And to be honest, I kind of enjoy doing that, but I'll tell you more about that another time. But what we have got is we've got the price of Bitcoin formed into this ascending triangle, which means that it has greater potential, as per technical analysis, to go up than down. But we'll have to wait and see. Now, there are things going on which could have an impact on Bitcoin's price. So we have got this new FATF rules to turn Bitcoin exchanges into banks. So essentially, the FATF is the Financial Action Task Force. And what they're going to be doing is they are going to be going official on the 21st of June with an update to how national regulators should treat businesses dealing and individuals dealing with cryptocurrency tokens moving forward from that date. The impact is not entirely clear, but experts are already warning that anyone, be it a business or a private investor who exchanges more than 1,000 euros worth of crypto, will have to provide personal information. For businesses such as exchanges and asset managers, the requirements stipulate the recipient of funds must also be identified. Now, the FATF can only make recommendations, and their application is a matter for jurisdictions authorities. Each jurisdiction have their freedom, I suppose, to be able to implement these rules, okay? But I think that what this is doing is because basically the FATF anti-money laundering to provide transparency in money movement. So I can understand why they're doing this. Having said that, I can imagine this is going to be a big problem, not only for exchanges and institutions offering Bitcoin like Fidelity, like Coinbase, like Binance, but also for the individuals themselves, having to provide personal information. Because one of the things that people love about Bitcoin, about cryptocurrencies, is the privacy angle. Okay, in that there are no names, there are no account numbers and things like that, that is what the banking world is used to. It's essentially trying to make cryptocurrency correspond with banks, which is not a good thing. Bitcoin is about truth, it's about freedom, being away from control and regulation like this that actually makes it difficult for people to just get involved in cryptocurrency easily. Okay, so what this could actually lead to, best case scenario, is that people are going to start buying cryptocurrencies before this implementation of a rule. People may, especially big whales getting into cryptocurrency or wanting to get into cryptocurrency, may actually do so before this date so they can buy it without having to provide this information. Other news is that Bakkt has revealed Bitcoin futures contract details ahead of July test date. So we have spoken about the fact that in July, the Bakkt platform is essentially going to be testing out the contracts, the futures contracts, Bitcoin settle futures contracts in July. Final settlement for these contracts will be at the Bakkt warehouse. So we are seeing official confirmation that this is getting going. Finally, Bakkt is getting going. Again, more institutional investors getting into cryptocurrency. Big altcoin news is that Utrust have actually formed a partnership with SL Benfica, a well-known football team, and they are implementing Utrust as part of the Benfica online shop, where you can buy goods with cryptocurrency. Now, at the moment, you can buy it with Bitcoin and with Ethereum. Now, this is big news for Utrust because they have promised, essentially, a platform that allows for online merchants to be able to accept cryptocurrencies for goods. It's been something we've been looking forward to. This is official confirmation. They are working hard in the background on partnerships. I have no doubt we are going to see more of these, and only what's needed is one big partnership, like a kind of eBay, PayPal kind of partnership, which really throws Utrust into the stratosphere, really does open up everybody's eyes as an actual cryptocurrency project that can achieve mass adoption. So as we can see, this is only the beginning. Bitcoin and Ethereum, and of course Utrust itself as a token, has benefits in terms of the fees available, actually minimizes fees, both on paying for something, plus if there needed to be any kind of resolution, let's say that the customer was unhappy with the goods, then the Utrust token would be used. So it's a utility token that actually has use case from a mass adoption perspective. So this is fantastic news for Utrust. Cardano is now supported on the Ethos wallet. So you can actually put your Cardano into Ethos. So if you are holding it on an exchange and you don't want to be holding it on an exchange ideally, and you didn't like the Daedalus wallet or any of the other Cardano potential wallets, then it is now on the Ethos wallet. So this is fantastic news. This is what I believe Ethos holders have been waiting for a long time, or at the very least, Ethos wallet users. Phantom has been listed on Binance, having been a Binance DEX listed coin. So what this shows is the potential transition of being a DEX coin moving into Binance on the actual platform. So having two avenues of being accessed by retail and institutional investors. So this is massive. It's massive for Phantom, but it's also massive for current coins on the DEX that are not on Binance, and also good for anybody looking to get on the Binance DEX. And obviously it's very good for Binance. They have hit an all-time high today. Last of all is Fusion. Fusion has shot up today to near $2 on the basis that they had the potential to win a Huobi Fast Track listing competition. They unfortunately didn't. They've had a little bit of a dump, but it's still an increase on yesterday. So if you're wondering why Fusion has gone up today, that is the reason. So now I am going to talk about what cryptocurrencies could potentially net you one Bitcoin for just $1,000 invested. So in at number 5, we have got Nano. Nano is just the most surprising cryptocurrency in terms of its current price. Its current price is $1.66. Now, I bought a load of Nano under $1. I think I bought it at 88 cents back in August. And to be brutally frank with you, I'm surprised it's only 2x. Nano is essentially a mass adoption cryptocurrency. It's a mass adoption Bitcoin substitute. Okay, it doesn't have the transaction fees. It doesn't have the slow transaction times. It has got a very small supply. Okay, it's not as small as Bitcoin, but it has got a supply that's in the 9 figures, which gives it low 9 figures, which gives it all of the token economics to boom. And it just has not boomed yet. Having said that, I do think that this is going to boom. Because when people, particularly whale investors, look at potential substitutes to Bitcoin, potential cryptocurrencies that have got the same use case as Bitcoin, but are faster, lower fees, they are going to look at Nano. I think Nano is better than any other Bitcoin replacement. Better than Litecoin by a billion miles, better than the other crap that's out there. Nano really is number one. Now, in my opinion, you would need about 603 nanos, which would cost $1,000 essentially. So $1,000 would pay for 603 nano. And then what you would be looking to do is exit about $17. This will give you $10.2 thousand. Now, the reason why this is at the bottom is because at the rate that Bitcoin will grow, this will potentially be able to buy you 1 Bitcoin if it doesn't grow too much. But looking at the token economics, looking at the benefits of Nano versus any other cryptocurrency that could be used for micro transactions, Nano really is number one. So therefore, this is one of my top picks, and it's a relatively low to medium risk pick. In at number 4, we have got Matic Network. Now, Matic have really only just started. They've only just started really getting going. They have recently plummeted to 2.3 cents, having been at well over 3 cents a cryptocurrency. Now, Matic are essentially a Binance Labs project. They are also invested in by Coinbase. They are part of the Coinbase wallet. They are arguably the best layer 2 solution, plasma chain solution at the moment. And this has only got upwards trajectory, in my personal opinion, over time. I know that they are working hard and in partnership with other projects. I know they're working hard in partnership with the technologies and with the wallets and with products that can utilize their solutions, their layer 2 plasma solutions. So therefore, I believe it has got a hell of a lot of upwards trajectory ahead of it. I think that this is a potential 25-cent coin in the not too distant future, as long as the bull market continues. Now, at the moment, $1,000 would buy you 43,500 Matic tokens. Sell that for 25 cents, you have got $11,000. In at number 3, we have got Phantom. Now, Phantom, as I've just shown you, has just experienced very good news, having moved just from Binance DEX to Binance Platform. This opens it out to retail investors and institutional investors to learn more, to easily access it. Now, Phantom have got 2 big updates coming up this year. They are a DAG infrastructure, not traditional blockchain. DAG infrastructures are arguably faster than blockchain technology. They are going to be launching their mainnet some point very soon, either next month or the month after. And they are going to be opening up staking, the first time staking has ever been done on a DAG infrastructure coin. In which case, I do see this having a lot of upside momentum, upside potential. And it's currently 3.2 cents and growing. So, $1,000 would get you just over 30,000 Phantom tokens, and then exit at 40 cents. This will give you $12,300 to spend on a Bitcoin, as long as Bitcoin hasn't grown up too quickly. In at number 2, we have got a potential kind of medium high risk cryptocurrency, LTO Network. I've spoken about LTO Network. It's essentially business blockchain services. It essentially gives private and public blockchain services for business to allow them to work in collaboration, to essentially edit the contracts that exist between 2 parties in real time in their live contract section. Now, why I love LTO in particular is because of the fact that it is one of the highest traded cryptocurrencies on the Binance DEX. You can see that LTO is currently at number 4. Now, Harmony already on Binance, and Phantom already on Binance. 4th most traded coin not yet on Binance. So therefore, the multiplier potential being listed on Binance and being opened out to retail and whale investors is huge. The potential for multipliers is astronomical. So currently, $1,000 would buy you 5,920 LTO tokens. Its current price is 16.9 cents, and I would exit at $2.50. Now, this is quite ambitious, this target. It may or may not be reached in quick succession, but I do see it that if this does make the transition from Binance DEX to a true Binance and having a wealth of investors opened up to the potential of investing in LTO, then it's got huge multiplier potential. They have got so many updates to come, and I do see LTO as being one of the powerhouses of 2019. I see it as being one of the best business blockchain services that have been available, because this is a team that have already worked in the field, okay, before LTO really started. And plus, they have got node rewards. They're really quite decentralized, so I am loving LTO. I do think it's got great multiplier potential. If you exit at $2.50, this could net you $15,000 from your $1,000 investment. So that leads us to number one. What do you think number one is? It is ADA. Okay, now ADA, I can't run out of more superlatives to say and describe ADA. It's got top 5 project written all over it, you know, possibly higher. And the reason why is because it's not even really gotten started yet. It's not properly launched. There's no staking involved. It's not truly decentralized yet. It's not got smart contracts. It's not one of the most utilized blockchains. Like EOS, for instance, is already number 1 most utilized blockchain in the space. ADA's nowhere near, and yet is not even far from being the same price as EOS from a market cap perspective. So that shows you the potential for ADA. But we're coming towards the end of the Shelley update. So Shelley is pretty much almost completed. Okay, so what we're going to be seeing with the Shelley update on ADA is the Byzantine fault-tolerant consensus algorithm. We're going to be seeing staking and mining rewards. We are going to be seeing the blockchain layer of the whole ADA infrastructure being developed. Now, Shelley is just one of the updates which is going to lead to it being absolutely massive. We've got Goguan. This is going to be introducing smart contracts, and then later on we're going to be having Basho, and that's going to be introducing scaling. So what we have got over a year's projection is we have got 3 huge updates to make Cardano not only perform well as a consensus algorithm, not only add staking, smart contracts, but also add scalability, because Cardano is looking to be a 1 million transactions per second infrastructure. So at the moment, $1,000 would buy you 10,710 or thereabouts thousand ADA tokens. Current price of 9 cents. And then what you'd be wanting to do is sell at $1.50, which will give you $16,000. Now, over the course of the next few months, it could happen. If we have a bull run, it could be happening. If we have an altcoin season, it could be happening. And ADA, I imagine, is going to be one of the ones that people are just going to be throwing their money into. And so therefore, I see it having probably the safest, the lowest risk, the best multiplier potential, and the best ability to be able to get 1 Bitcoin with $1,000. So I hope that you got a lot out of this video. I want to know what your thoughts are. And if you don't agree with these 5, what else do you think should go in here? Now, there are quite a few that I've missed out. There's Mainframe, there's BitMax, there's EOS. There are so many potentially huge tokens that can net you the multipliers that will get you a Bitcoin. But these are the 5 that I think have good reason, good logic as to why in the relatively not too distant future, you could be making enough to buy 1 Bitcoin. So let me know in the comments, what do you think is the best way to make a Bitcoin from $1,000? What is the cryptocurrency? Please no shitcoins. I hope that you've enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next episode.